welcome back to my channel. My name is Claudia with a K and I'm a newbie lifter from down under. I firstly want to start off by thanking everyone who watched my last video and left me a like, comment and subscribe, or even if you disliked it. I really appreciate that. I did not expect to get so many eyes on my video, as well as comments and such, and yeah, it was really interesting to see what everyone thought. Glad you guys like the side-by-side comparisons. Won't be doing one today, but maybe in the future. Today we will also still be talking about glitter and lasers, VikingPrincessLifts, Anna O'Brien, my favorite girl. Well, yeah, probably. She's pretty fun to watch. Before I begin, I just want to kind of give some disclaimers based on feedback from my previous video. Firstly, I want to state that I am not an expert in any way in terms of like fitness, health, any sort of thing in that area. I go to the gym for my health. I go to the gym because I enjoy it. And in terms of powerlifting, again, I have only been doing it for about 3 weeks now, properly at a powerlifting gym. I am not here for educational purposes. This is mostly entertainment, maybe a bit of information that I will cite and also do my own research before giving. Anything I say about form or possible injuries, any sort of health related things, is either what I know off the top of my head, something that I've researched, something that I've heard from a coach or online or whatever, and my own experience. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt, which you should be doing online anyways, talking about media literacy. And second point, the point of my videos is not to disparage anyone who I'm focusing on or whoever's shown in the videos. For example, with Anna, like, I'm not here to compare myself and laugh at a woman who is super morbidly obese and be like, oh, I'm so much better than her. That is not what I'm here to do. Look, she's entertaining. I do find it entertaining. Most of the people who have watched the previous video, it seems like you guys know Anna O'Brien, but for the people who don't and are watching these videos, like maybe my friends, and have no idea why I'm talking about some random woman online, there are a lot of great videos and really comprehensive videos by other creators that have gone through the whole history. Megan Ann, I'm pretty sure, made maybe like 2 history lessons or more videos about Anna O'Brien and her journey on social media. I highly recommend watching those videos if you're interested in knowing about Anna, but I will also just give a bit of a synopsis as to why I find that she's a bit of a controversial character. So this is just a bit of a spiel from what I can think of at the top of my head, as well as a few notes. I guess the main things I would say are promoting medical stuff. It feels contradictory, because if I'm not wrong, during the surgery arc, the reason why she went through that was because she had no burnable fat left on her body, and yet she's gone on a GLP-1 now after the surgeries, which I guess implies that she does have burnable fat. So it is quite confusing, and I think that if you are watching Anna's videos as someone who is taking her as an inspiration, because that's what she kind of likes to portray herself as well, that it might be really confusing for you. And I feel like spreading that kind of information is not great. And she has this whole thing where she is always saying that she's not working out to be smaller, that she's just working out to be stronger and healthier. But the reality is that I think she does have to focus on the weight to be able to take care of her health better. And especially at the moment with this strong woman arc, I feel like, again, if people are looking up to her, other obese people are looking up to her, overweight people are looking up to her, and they try and go out and do this on their own, they have the potential to hurt themselves, because I feel like she is going really quick into it, and there's always that fear of injury for anyone, but especially at her weight. I feel like it could be quite detrimental. So yeah, she has these cycles that are quite well documented online, because she has been a social media personality for years and years and years, where she'll pick up a sport and then get really into it. And I feel like she has the need, or this is just my opinion, I feel like she has the need to be really good at something when she first starts, which is normal. I feel like a lot of people are that way. But part, I think, of growing up and maturing is learning and accepting that you can't be great at everything the first time, and that's okay. Like, everyone is new at something for the first time. We're all, you know, this is all first time on earth, first time living, unless you believe in reincarnation, I guess. But yeah, like, she will get into a sport and then get super into it. At the moment, I feel like she's kind of touting herself as if she is a professional, which I think, again, is not amazing for her fans or people who look up to her, because it could be dangerous. There needs to be a slow progression, or not even slow, but like a steady progression instead of going from 0 to 100. And the way that she cycles through sports, and like this kind of like cycle where she gets into something and then has to be really good at it, and then suddenly she burns out, and then she's like, oh, actually, it was really hard for me. I know I looked really happy before then, and I said I was really strong, but actually I was really hurting. And then she does the same thing over and over again. So yeah, I feel like that's why I kind of want to talk about her and why she's interesting to me. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, so coming to the topic of today's video, I am just going to do a bit of a good old reaction. She has finally posted on VikingPrincessLifts again, and that's really all I care about. I don't watch her other content. I don't know if she still does all these fashion hauls and crafts and such. I don't really care too much about the fits. I just want to watch the fitness. God, I'm funny. God, I'm funny. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is start off with her story. So Anna posted a story. It says, went to the gym today, but it was a mess. That's okay. Rest day tomorrow, and then we'll see if my body wants to cooperate. Ups and downs are just part of the process. I mean, yeah, ups and downs are just part of the process. Sometimes you go to the gym and you don't have the best workout ever. Very normal. It happens all the time, especially if you've got female biology and you are on your time of the month or in your luteal phase or whichever. It can suck. It can suck. You feel so much weaker. Sometimes it's awful. Or if you're coming down with an illness or you're recovering. I got sick literally after recording my last video, and spent a whole weekend recovering. Went back to the gym on Monday, and yeah, I didn't feel like I was lifting as well. Still gave it my all, but definitely was recovering still, so it wasn't 100%. So yeah, ups and downs are definitely just part of the process. It's never gonna be linear. But the part that I have a disagreement with in this is, we'll see if my body wants to cooperate. The way that Anna tends to speak about her body as if it is a separate entity to herself is a bit interesting. I personally feel like when you talk about your body as something separate to, I guess, your mind or your soul, that it kind of takes away responsibility from you and your actions and how that affects your physical health and your body, right? Because we'll see if my body wants to cooperate, as if her body is like a little child that she's stringing along, or like a pet that is not listening to her. But in actual fact, how your body feels is related to the actions that you took before. So if your body feels awful now, maybe think about the day before, or even the week before, or the night before. Did you sleep well? Were you eating well? Did you drink enough water? Did you have a lot more activities than usual? Was the weather really hot? There's so many different things that could affect your body. And a lot of that are also choices that you make throughout the day. So to say that, oh, we'll see if my body wants to cooperate. Like, well, yeah, rest up, you know, if you're not feeling well, have your electrolytes, drink lots of water, do some light movements. But yeah, like, I mean, I guess the story itself isn't very egregious, but she does use this kind of phrasing a lot where she will say, my body, this, that, or the other, when, you know, you are your body. Your choices affect yourself. I don't know how much clearer I can be. So we'll go on to the post that she made and we'll talk about that.
Brave. I'm trying out a new gym today. This is the gym.
Brave. Trying out a new gym today. I mean, yeah, I completely get that. I remember before I rocked up to the powerlifting gym for my very first session, I was stressing. I got really nervous because even though I've been going to a commercial gym for ages, I think part of that was all because I was starting at powerlifting class for the first time, and I knew that I was a complete newbie, and it made me a bit nervous. So I can completely understand, can completely empathize with Anna here for feeling brave for going to a different gym.
Los Campeones. Hopefully I said that right. It's supposed to be real nice. I can't imagine a time in my life other than right now that I would have just gone to a new gym and not been like super panicked about it. It's like progress.
Yeah, progress. That's great for her. You could be at any age and still feel any sort of anxiety going into a new environment. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy for her.
This is so stupid, but I wore my new shoes to help me be brave. I have a 1 rep max on my schedule today, which...
Going back to this shoe thing, when I went to the new powerlifting gym for the first time, I tried to pick out an outfit which I knew I would be comfortable in, but also make myself look good, or at least in my opinion make myself look good, because I feel like when you look good you feel good as well. So yeah, her and her colorful clothes, whatever gets her in the gym.
Shoes to help me be brave. I have a 1 rep max on my schedule today, which I was not prepared for, so we'll see how that goes. Whenever you see like a personal record on someone's page, what they don't show you is like the hour and a half they spent warming up so they could make that attempt.
I mean, I don't know if we have to talk about her form anymore in terms of a deadlift than what I mentioned last video. And I'm also pretty sure in the last video I might have said, and if I didn't, I'll say it now. Looking through her deadlift videos, I feel like there has been an improvement for sure from when she first started this whole strongman arc. But now that I'm seeing this, I don't know if it's because of what she said previously that she wasn't feeling well, but I feel like it's kind of deteriorated a bit. I won't go fully into form in this video, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't really think this looks really good. Yo! Wait, let's watch that again.
That was...
Oh, that was a noise. Oh, that was a noise. Okay, so... I understand when something is really hard, you know, and you're just like, I gotta get it up. I gotta get it up. The blood pressure is building. You're just like really finding every atom of strength in you, every iota of strength in you to try and pull and move that weight. At the gym this week, I feel like I really pushed myself. I hit a lot of PBs that I never thought I'd be able to. And I do have to say, did not scream like that. I don't tend to be a screamer. I'm a bit of a grunter when it's hard, but like I do grunt a bit, but I feel like you'd only be able to hear it if you were right next to me or if you were really paying attention to me. I'm not yelling at the gym. If it's that hard, I feel like it's gonna get rid of my bracing. And I feel like when my brace disappears and my core isn't strong, it's really hard for me to complete the rest of the lift. So her screaming like this, you're in an enclosed space, there's obviously other people around, there's these two dudes back here. And like, it doesn't look like she's got headphones on, but I've got no clue if they're in her ears and I just can't tell. But yeah, like you can hear yourself. This is not normal behavior. And this is not just me talking about Anna. When guys or women or whoever is in the gym yelling, it's like, bro, unless we're in a very open gym, like an open air sort of situation, then like, okay, whatever, if you want to be a bit louder, even though it's disruptive and it could distract someone else from their heavy lift, just yelling like that is, I mean, I get it, like you're putting in a lot of effort, but also it feels a bit disruptive. Anyways, this also isn't the full clip of her doing this deadlift. So what I might do is after we finish this video, I'm gonna find that full clip of her because I have more to talk about it. But back to Anna screaming.
That was 165 from the floor, and I was brave and tried to do 175. No, I did not have it in me. After all of that energy you've used, you still have to do all of your accessories. So I did some Frogger lifts.
I mean, true. it does kind of suck after doing all your heavy lifts, and then afterwards it's just like, oh yeah, actually you've got more, and it might be unilateral. Don't even get me started.
I did some kettlebell swings. I also did some hip thrusts.
Let me go back. I said I wasn't gonna say anything about form, but she's fucking humping that shit. She's humping that shit. Anyways.
Jogger lifts. I did some kettlebells.
I won't say much about the kettlebell swings. I've never actually done them. I don't really do any workouts with kettlebells, but they look scary. Like, I mean, not saying her doing it specifically looks scary, but they just look scary in general. I feel like if I tried to do that, I would snap my wrist off or break my forearm.
Swings. I also did some hip thrusts and some rows, but I didn't catch a...
None. No more of these hip thrusts. I'm so happy she didn't film them. I don't want to see them.
It's on camera because my phone died. Gym was awesome. There were so many amazing, strong women there. It was super inspiring.
Amazing, strong women. Let's go.
And super motivating. And honestly, I didn't really want to go to the gym today. That's why I changed it up, just to like give myself something new to make it more exciting.
Yeah, which is very valid. I feel like that sometimes as well. The gym does get kind of monotonous at times if you've been sticking to a program for a while, and sometimes you're just not motivated. It doesn't matter how long you've been at the gym. A lot of it is about discipline and not so much about motivation. If you always follow your mood and think you're going to be super highly motivated to go into the gym or follow your diet and counting your macros, like that's not going to cut it. You can't wait for the motivation. You can't rely on the motivation. It has to be sticking to the plan. And if you can find ways like this that help, for example, going to a different gym, wearing a cute outfit, or kind of like forcing yourself in ways of like habit stacking, for example, or making things easier for yourself, then yeah, by all means do that. But yeah, follow the plan, not the mood.
New to make it more exciting. And I'm glad I did, because it got me out of my rut, and seeing all those super strong, like awesome women just reinvigorated me. And I needed that.
What can we say? We love strong women. Let's go. So Anna's at a different gym. She screamed, humped a barbell. But yeah, so this video, that part with the deadlift and her screaming and shouting and letting it all out. Scream and shout and let it all out. Here is the full clip of that, or well, at least a longer clip of that she had posted on her story. I think this was before she posted the actual video itself. The caption says, "My body is more swollen and inflamed than I've been in months." Wrong then, not to be pedantic. "My joints hate me and I genuinely feel like trash. Candidly, my entire body feels entirely foreign right now and I feel like I'm at war with myself. That said, somehow I was able to pull 365 from the floor today, which given the circumstances feels like a miracle. It made me feel like maybe my body and I will find a way to make peace." Circling back to that conversation I had the very beginning of this reaction, the way that she talks about her body as a separate entity to herself. I guess sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel really tired. I'm obviously a very able-bodied person. I have never dealt with any chronic illness or disability or anything like that. I'm definitely not trying to disparage or discredit anyone who has a chronic illness. From my perspective, you are your body. So saying that you feel like your body feels entirely foreign and that you're at your war with self and you want to find a way to make peace with that, wouldn't that entail listening to your body then instead of forcing yourself to go for 1 rep max? I'm pretty sure your coach would understand if you were really feeling that awful and swollen and inflamed. Why are we forcing ourselves to push through that kind of pain if your body is more swollen and inflamed than you've been in months? That's serious, right? I feel like if that was happening to me, I'd take a break. I'd pull back, maybe strip back the weights. I don't know why you would try and push yourself through something like that and then complain afterwards that your body is just not cooperating or whatever. Your actions have consequences. Anyways, let's watch the video of her lifting. Again, I'm not going to comment on form, like the way that the bar swings away. She's not engaging. She's not engaging. The control, where's the control? It's quite interesting what she does after the lift. Obviously the duration of the lift was pretty interesting. She was screaming. But what happens after the lift, we'll just watch. So Anna picks up the weight and immediately turns to look around. She looks to the side before putting the weight down, and then takes off her belt. She turns around to, I guess, get the attention of these two dudes in the background. One of the guys hears her, and then she just strikes up conversation with them. Why are we doing this? She doesn't know these people, so she's just screamed really loudly, and neither of these guys have bothered to turn around to look at her, and they're obviously having a conversation, so it's not like they've got their headphones in and they can't hear her. So they hear her screaming and they haven't turned to look. Sometimes it kind of annoys me when people are really loud at the gym. Like I'll look, you know, it's a natural human reflex. So the fact that they haven't looked, they're not interested. They don't want to engage. But yeah, she completes her lift. Well, not completes her lift. She's at the top. She's holding. And instead of just dropping it back down, she's like looking around. And I assume she's trying to see if anyone is watching her lift. Complete the lift. And then she immediately turns around, clocks these two dudes, and then tries to strike up a conversation with them, even though she's probably puffed as fuck after that. So I don't know why you try and start talking to two random guys. I feel sometimes Anna is quite performative. We've seen a lot of mask slips in her other stories and videos and such, and just the way that she posts as well. I guess, you know, it is social media. It is gonna be partially a performance, but yeah, it's just a bit interesting. I feel like when you do a big lift, the satisfaction of doing that lift is enough. When I did a 90 kilo deadlift the other night. For reference, I am 60 kilos, so that's like 1.5 of my body weight. I felt insane in the fact that I could actually lift that up properly without hurting myself and plopped it back on the ground. I wasn't looking around and being like, oh, did anyone see me do that? And I can include a video here of me doing, well, I didn't get a video of my 90, but I got a video of my 85, which I did beforehand. And the only reason I looked to the side was because my coach was literally right there. But yeah, when you lift, I feel like you should be doing it for personal satisfaction and not the attention of other people. That's just my opinion. So that comes to the end of the content that Anna has posted recently. I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of catch up with where Anna's at, and also thank everyone who watched my previous video. I really appreciate that all of you liked it and left comments. I really enjoyed reading all of them, and it is crazy that this many people have seen it. I wasn't expecting this to happen. I just want to also give a bit of a thank you to Shikara Transformations, who watched my video and left a couple of comments, as well as a bit of feedback that Lot Lifts gave me. I'm not dropping names. Clout chase, okay. It's crazy to have my video watched by YouTubers that I've been watching for quite a while now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually thinking, plotting and scheming for my next video to actually look into strongman and strongwoman and find people on social media who post about their training and the kind of lifts that they do in the sport, because I'm kind of curious. Like, Anna's supposed to be doing this comp sometime this year. I feel like it's soon, and I don't really actually know much about strongman and strongwoman, so I wanted to have a look at that. If that is something that you think you'll be interested in watching, leave that down in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, any feedback, any criticism, again, leave that in the comment section below. I will probably read it because I am chronically online. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you disliked it, dislike, and subscribe if you want to see more content. And thank you so much for watching.